Hi, and welcome to this short video where we'll show you how to use the software module to manage your licenses in the online asset management solution Hector. The first thing you need to know is that you need to have access to the software module, and if you have access to this module, you'll see it appear in the main menu at the top. The software module section is divided into three specific sections. The list of all the software that you have within your company, any software purchases that you've made to track license counts, and specific assets, meaning specific assignments of software seats to users. Assigning specific software seats to users is not necessary or required. You could simply use the software module to manage your list of software along with the purchases you've made. And this will be more than enough to have a good idea of the volume of licenses that you have for specific software and any purchases you've made over time, so either initial purchases or maintenance renewals of those same licenses. So if I head on over to the software section, you'll see that I have a list of software that I've created. And I can go in and create new software as I need to. And I can specify a title, a vendor, a description, which department within my organization uses this software. I could add a note and some files to this specific item. Once I've done this, it will create a software within the application. Once I've created a software within Hector, I can now manage versions of this software. So I could have different versions of the software as I move through time and buy different licenses and go in and get updates for this software. So when I create a new version, I have different fields that I have to fill out versus what I had on the software. I can provide a version number. I can even specify if this software is official for my business or not. I can specify the license model, license period, provide some expiration dates. Here I can come in and set license key and activation keys. And by the way, these two fields are critical. They can be locked down to specific users. So if you don't want some members of your staff to see license keys or activation keys, you could go in and lock them down by a specific department or a specific group. You can set up a software language, any notes, add relevant files, and then save to create that new software version for this software. And software versions can then be purchased or assigned. So you can purchase first versions, which will allow you to grow the number of licenses that Hector has kept track of over time. So I could come in here and say that I've just purchased 10 quantities of this specific software at €100 purchase price. I could provide some additional information, so either the vendor, reseller, any approval numbers that I might have, purchase numbers, reference, and when I'm ready I can click save. And this will go in and create and increase my purchase history of this specific software with the date and time of the purchase, as well as increase the amount of licenses that I have available in my pool. So if I navigate back to my software, I'll see that I have this specific view that shows me the new purchases, and I can see that my software pool has now grown to 15 and was previously 5. I can also see the number of licenses in use because I've assigned some of these licenses to users within my environment that we can see here. So I have set up one version of my software that I've assigned to a computer, and other versions of the software that have been simply assigned without having been necessarily attached to a user, an asset, or a place. But I could come in and create a new assignment for my software version and say that I'm assigning this version to one of my users. And when I've assigned this to the user, I can go in and see when it was installed, if there was a specific license or activation key, add any relevant files if I choose to, and hit save. So once I've done this, I've essentially assigned one of the licenses from my pool to a specific user. So that will have decreased the amount of licenses currently in use, or increase, excuse me, the number of licenses in use per my pool that I have available. And last thing I want to show is that we have a software portfolio report that can be exported into Excel, and this will give you an overview of all the licenses that you have within your environment, the number of licenses you have, the number of assignments that have been made, so that you can keep track of any licenses that need to be renewed or that need to be increased based on the usage within your environment or your organization. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more videos like this one, subscribe to this channel, click the like button, and then thanks again for watching, and see you guys soon.